Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Everyone enjoy the liquid sunshine this morning? I love liquid sunshine. So, as we become settled in our seats, we're going to begin today with a little breathing exercise to settle the mind. So we're going to take a deep breath. We're going to hold it at the top. And when we exhale, we're going to do a double exhale, all the air out of our lungs. So we're going to do that 3 times. So breathing in deeply. Holding at the top, releasing with a double exhale. Now clenching the whole body, the feet, the fists, all the muscles as you breathe in, squeezing tightly, holding at the top. And then releasing on the out breath. Once again, breathing in, tensing the whole body, holding at the top. One more time, breathing in, tensing up all the muscles. Tight, tight, tight. Releasing. And one last time without tensing. Breathing in. Holding at the top. Now let us rest our attention on the breath, setting our intention to allowing ourselves, our consciousness, to become fully present to this eternal now. As we tune in to this presence that is all around us. Releasing the past, all that has come before this moment, the hustle and bustle of the morning, of this life. And putting pause on any anticipation of future moments. Just allowing ourselves to be fully present here now. Aware of how you are sitting. Noticing the contact point of your body and the chair. The contact point of your feet with the floor. Noticing where your feet meet the floor. Begin to give your body a scan, starting at your toes, scanning up the body, slowly noticing any sensation, becoming aware of your inner state. The energy happening right now in your body as you slowly scan from the tips of your toes to the top of your head and back down. Just noticing. Allowing your awareness to find a comfortable place to rest. Finding your center, wherever that is for you. Begin to notice your breathing, the rise and fall of your chest and your stomach. Notice how you are breathing. Slow, fast, deep, shallow. Not judging or altering or changing. Just observing. Air entering the body and exiting the body. Notice how the air feels on the way in and how the air feels on the way out. Notice the temperature of the breath that comes in and the temperature of the breath that goes out. Notice how you are feeling. Exploring your inner landscape for a moment. Now bring a smile to your face. An ear-to-ear grin. Bring to mind something you're grateful for. Notice how you are feeling. Holding that smile. Allow the energy of the smile to release throughout your whole body. Just being with that smile energy, with the feeling of gratitude, of love, of joy. Being totally still, allowing any thoughts that might want to arise to just be there. Like clouds floating through the sky. Just let them be. Continuing to smile. Notice where in the body you feel this energy. Perhaps there's one place where it is strongest. Maybe it's your solar plexus. Perhaps it's your heart. Maybe your root chakra. This energy could also be just outside the body. There's no right or wrong place. Just notice. And just rest in this spot for a moment. Just bathing all your awareness in this energy. The energy of the smile, of the gratitude, of the joy. And just allow it to permeate your whole being. As we rest in this spot. And we set this spot to remembrance, so we can come back here and visit again. For this spot is an access point into all that is divine within you. I call it a power spot. It is in this place, this space, where you can find your peace, courage, confidence, guidance, health, and vitality. Connecting with all the divine attributes in this spot. Here you can call forth and connect with and activate a quality with the intention of bringing it into your life experience. For today, we're going to all choose confidence. Having the confidence to return to this power spot later. And for welcoming confidence into our daily life and experience. As we begin to close our meditation. Taking a few more brief moments to settle in that feeling of confidence, allowing it to rise up, calling it forth. For this is your secret power to do so. Just by setting the intention. Breathing in confidence. Breathing out confidence. And as we bring this confidence back with us, we become aware again of where we are sitting, aware of the chairs beneath us and their support. as we take a moment to allow gratitude to well up for this refreshing time in the stillness. So grateful for our renewed connection with our power spot. Taking one last moment to remember where that power spot is, so we can easily return here. Grateful for the confidence we carry with us today. Grateful for this beautiful day. And for our Sunday celebration service, our gathering in love. Ever so slowly and softly, begin to open your eyes to a soft gaze. Gazing around you, taking in your neighbors and all their beauty. Thank you for joining meditation this morning. Our service will begin at 10:30. And you're welcome to stay here or go grab yourself some coffee. Namaste.
Check. Yeah. Okay. Right? Go back to it. Yeah. If it quits working, I'll just switch back.
Morning. Okay, one moment, please. They're live. They told me to go. They're live. I thought so.
It's me. Oh.
You're live.
Testing, testing, testing. I'm live. I am live. Good morning. Oh, we're having a goat rodeo this morning. Come on in, everybody. So thanks to Dawn, our youth person, she said, she made a little humor this morning. She goes, "May the 4th be with you." Get it? May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Anyway, good morning. My name is Reverend Denise Schubert. I am your spiritual director du jour. And welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. You know, we come here every Sunday morning to be in community with each other, to celebrate life with each other, to peel off the onion skins that have gathered all week of any fear, negativity, worry, or doubt, to stand in the truth that God is all there is and that life is good. Yes? So welcome. We have a wonderful day for you today. But before we dive into all of that, please give a big old welcome to our Big Love Band.
They showed up.
Well, good morning. I'm a little bit better this week, so as we keep going, we get better. Hot tea and honey works amazing things.
All right.
All right, Samuel. Show up. Ooh. Show up. Ooh. I want to show up as love. Hold the door open for everyone. Fill the room below to above. I want to show up as love. I want to show up as peace. See no brother as the least. Listen more than I speak. I want to show up as peace. I am to make the best of it, to give a lot and take a bit. Show up. Ooh. Show up. Ooh. I want to show up as true. What you get is 100 proof. In all I say, in all I do, I want to show up as true. I want to show up as joy, like a child with a brand new toy. Spread it, share it, feel the void. I want to show up as joy. Show up as love. Show up as peace. Show up as truth. Show up as joy. Show up.
Whoa, we're showing up today. One more round of applause. That was great. Again, welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Kat, and I'll be your host for this morning. Let's just say our welcome, our blessing together. Let's warm up our hands. We're going to have a fantastic service today. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. We know who you truly are. You are the spirit, image of likeness of God. We appreciate you. We love you. Welcome to the center. Woo! All right. You ready? You ready? We got some birthdays this May, in the merry, merry month of May. And
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
is it your birthday? Stand up.
Happy birthday, dear love.
Everyone.
Happy birthday to you.
Wonderful. Happy birthdays. And we've got some cake for you on the way out, so that'd be great. A special thanks to Linda Lloyd, one of our licensed practitioners who led a beautiful meditation this morning, is now holding high watch for the service this morning, which simply means she is in a meditative, holding a sacred space for us. Thank you so much, Linda. Well, it's that time again. For our young people wishing to attend our program, you're free to head to your classroom. Thank you so much. Look at them. Love, love, love. Things to do here for CSL this week. A few announcements. Tuesday at 10 a.m., Reverend Shell has Ink and Insights. It's also in person and a Zoom group. Tuesday at 6:30, come meditate with practitioner Linda Lloyd. She's really good at this. And then on Wednesday, Reverend Denise from noon to 1:30 for our spiritual living circle. In a small group setting, you'll explore the message from today a little bit more deeply. This Friday is game night at the center. Come hang out with like-minded people and have some fun at 7 p.m. All of those events are love offering basis. No one is ever turned away. Today is the Healing Circle. We had such a beautiful time last month. And this is from 12:30 to 1:30. Donations will go toward the creation of the butterfly garden in honor of our beloved Karen Gridley. A reminder for today that after the service, we're voting on Reverend Denise as our spiritual leader and senior minister. Will happen today after service in the lobby until May 6th on email. So voting is today. We'd ask that you kind of head on onto the lobby and do that after service. So that's it, right?
That's it.
We're ready to go. We're back to the big old love band.
Y'all may join us. Come with me out by the ocean. Come with me out by the sea. Walk with me down by the water. Let me bathe you in the deep. We will build a boat together, turn our faces toward the sun, set ourselves into the wind and set out where we two are one. Come with me. Ooh. Believe and breathe me. Come with me up to the mountain. Come with me up to the sky. Up where we can be forever. Suspended between space and time. Ready for whatever happens. Nothing like we've ever dreamed. Everything in 4 ways up in this land of evergreen. Oh, come with me. Ooh. Believe and breathe me. want more. Come with me back to the city. Come with me back to the crowd. Caught up in this stir bustle. Take my hand, let's live out loud. Fill me up with true belonging, revel in this ecstasy. Look, that's like we always planned it. Blessed synchronicity, oh come with me. Ooh, believe and breathe, man. Come on, Scott. Come with me. Believe and breathe, man. Come with me. Believe and breathe, man. Let's sing it home. Come with me. Believe and breathe, man.
You could come with me anywhere. Good morning, holy beloveds. Good morning. My name is Idalia Romero. I'm a religious science certified practitioner here. And today I'm going to be doing a reading from, I put my glasses on, from This Thing Called Life, written by Ernest Holmes. And it's titled, The Real You. There is a universal wholeness seeking expression through everything. Here we are calling it simply life. The religionist calls it God. The philosopher calls it reality. Life is infinite energy coupled with limitless creative imagination. It is the invisible essence and substance of every visible form. Its nature is goodness, truth, wisdom, and beauty, as well as energy and imagination. Our highest satisfaction comes from a sense of conscious union with this invisible life. All human endeavor is an attempt to get back to first principle, to find such an inward wholeness that all senses of fear, doubt, and uncertainty vanishes. God is life, not some life, but all life. God is action, not some action, but all action. God is power, not some power, but all power. God is presence, not some presence, but all presence. God is pure spirit, filling all space. This pure spirit animates every act. There is a real you, which lives in a real God, and the two are one. To know this is to understand the secret of life. To realize this is to understand your relationship with the divine presence. To realize that the law of God is written in your own mind is to make available to you a power which can meet every need. So let's just take a moment to take those words into our heart as we step into a time of holding in the light any person, situation, ourselves. Ourselves. As we just get quiet for a minute and just center in to this place of wholeness, of holy wholeness, where we know that there is a power for good, a power that is all life itself, a power that is the full essence of every single thing. For it is that infinite intelligence that knows what it knows. This power lives inside of me and each and every person here today and each and every person out there in the streaming world. So as we allow these thoughts and this conscious mind to be aware, to be present, to be in that place of oneness, we embrace each and every person and each experience, each life experience that unfolds in our lives as a holy beginning, as a holy place where everyone lives in a place of healing love, a love that is always flowing, a love that is alive, embracing each and every one of us in every place and time, in the here and now. So we bless this time together, this time of remembering, this time of togetherness and community, feeling that united life that lives and is alive in everything and in everyone. So we give great thanks for this celebration, this holy sacred space. Give great thanks for Reverend Denise being here, knowing she is a channel of this holy presence. And I know these words have been spoken through me as a channel, as an example of this life presence that is everywhere and lives in everything. So I just allow these words to just lay themselves upon the law of God, the law of knowing that this prayer is already done. I release it, I let it go, and together we say, and so it is. Amen. Amen.
We are so confused today. We are so confused today. Don't go away, I'll be back.
Service is over?
Not on your life.
All right, Sam. I'm a humble man from a village in Georgia. I walk in the footsteps of those who've gone before. And this road I travel on will lift me up and make me strong. So when people ask me what this journey's for, If I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, and if that one step cause a chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. I know no countries, I know no governments, I just know the people I've had the joy to meet. And the only flag I know is this banner that I've sown when you see me walking down the street. And if I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, and if that one step becomes a chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. I get my inspiration from the words of children. I'm trying to teach myself what they already know. And if I can show my fellow man what a child can understand, then the seeds I've sown will surely grow. And if I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, and if that one step becomes a chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. Come on, sing with us. If I take one step
Come on.
in the right direction, if I touch just one heart along the way, and if that one step becomes a chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. If I take one step in the right direction, if I touch just one heart on the way, and if that one step becomes a chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. Yeah.
I'm coming up. I'm coming up. Oh, Lord. So thank you, Big Love Band. They're going to, as they're moving down. So, thank you. Give that to me for a little bit, see what mischief I can make. So, I think I need a little humor myself. So I wasn't going to tell the joke today because we have very important things to do, but this one I think is appropriate and perfect. So it's all about the new minister. So the young woman had just graduated from Bible college and was called to minister to a church very close to her home. So she went, but it was very awkward. She just didn't feel really comfortable, so she decided to call a mentor, a senior minister, and say, you know, what can I do to be more comfortable? And the minister said, well, what I do is just put a few drops of vodka when you're in your office before the service, put a few drops of vodka in some water, and then that should relax you a little bit. So sure enough, that's what she did, and she was very comfortable and very excited. But after the service, her mentor came up to her and just said, I just have a few little pieces of advice. Next time, sip rather than gulp. There are 10 commandments, not 12. There are 12 disciples, not 10. We do not refer to the cross as the big T. The recommended grace before meals is not rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub, God. We do not refer to our Savior Jesus and his disciples as JC and the boys. And David slew Goliath. He did not kick the crap out of him. And last but not least, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost are never referred to as Daddy Jr. and the Spook. I don't know. So, do you love your new bulletin? Now, this is new. It's our first pass. We're going to make a new one every month with the June's activities. If you, we might change it and tweak it as we move, trying to find the most perfect bulletin. The same is true. If you turn it over, you'll see on the back is our purpose statement. Now, we know we've been needing one, especially people who stream or watch the service afterwards, or new first-time visitors who are here don't always know kind of why we come together. So the purpose statement, the reason to have one, is it gives us a reason to come together. So we're going to try this one on for the month of May and see how it resonates and fits. And we can also tweak it. We'll consider it at this moment a correctable result. We might also love it and just keep it, because I think it speaks completely to who we are and why we're here. So I would love us to read it all together. You don't have to stand or anything, but it's on the back of your program. It's also up. So let's read it together today. Our purpose is to inspire, educate, and empower each individual to experience themselves as a unique and individualized expression of God, the love intelligence that governs the universe. We are committed to not merely a theoretical understanding of our oneness and unity with God, but to consciously practice this truth in our everyday lives. Through celebration, service, study, giving, and fellowship, we are committed to the transformation of our personal lives and to being a powerful and beneficial presence on the planet. With the energy of unconditional, simply, we are here for God. Woo-hoo! Beautiful, thank you. So our theme has changed. CSL Global issues themes every month. And we follow those themes for the most part, not always, but for the most part we do. And the theme this month is Raise Your Voice. And by the way, I was in my office before the service, and it was so much conversation. It's like, wow, these people are raising their voices. So a little bit from the summary here, it says, this month we will explore the profound impact of self-advocacy, boundary setting, and conflict resolution on our personal and collective well-being. So today's topic is confidence unleashed. So the spirit within us, God itself, and the presence of God within us, or spirit in us, is flamboyant, is excited, is expressive, is confident, has something very important to say. So, unfortunately, I kind of think of it a little bit like there's something hiding inside of us that is waiting for us to let it, to allow it to express itself. Because for the most part, like how many of you could imagine yourself up here talking to a group of people? Or no, how many of you could never imagine that? Like you would just come up here and speak, right? Or walk into somebody's office and share with them your thoughts or what you think. That in general, people are pretty shy. In general, people are pretty not outspoken. They're pretty quiet. So confidence means, where's my definition of confidence? But confidence means feeling settled, trusting, feeling comfortable in your own skin, feeling like you belong here. Now, advocacy, and I love the word, they use the word to advocate for ourselves, means to advocate means to to trust, to represent something properly, fully, powerfully. So we're really talking about how do we advocate for ourselves, and how do you unleash this confidence so that you walk in the world not waiting to be seen, but almost demanding to be seen, right? That you walk in the world from the perspective of your spirit, with something to say, with something to share, with something to give. I read an article this week that was published by the Wellbeing Institute out of Oxford they called it the Happiness Article. And it was an article which stated which measures the level of happiness all around the world. Are people happy? It tries to answer the question, are you happy? The United States ranked 24th on the countries of happiness. Finland was number 1. But this article also said that if you took all of the human beings under 30 and made them their own country, they would be 65th on the level of happiness. Now, I actually find these numbers rather surprising, and maybe not so surprising, but certainly unacceptable. Because the spirit within us is not only bodacious and enthusiastic and flamboyant, but it's also happy. Happy not depending on outer circumstances, happy not depending on the world doing what we want it to do, happy not because you won the lottery today, happy not because, but just the nature of it is happy. Now, when people are disconnected from spirit, or this little hidden gem inside of them, the world is less happy. The world is way more violent, way more selfish, way more greedy, way more lonely, way more disconnected. So I think that there's something wonderful in this conversation this month about advocating for that spirit within us, advocating for that. Not necessarily for the human being we've become through conditioning and training and domestication, but really from where we've been and who we are in truth. So let us do a little affirmation for the talk today, together. Today, I confidently speak my truth and advocate for myself with power, poise, and confidence. Now, you might find that this is applicable in life when you notice that you have some dissatisfaction with something and you're reluctant to express that to whoever it needs to be expressed to. Or you might have a dream or a vision or a longing which you're reticent to address because you feel foolish or self-conscious. Or it may show up in tolerating situations that should not be tolerated by you, right? Or in allowing situations to exist that need to be changed. But we want to step into really this beautiful quote by Emerson, which he says, oh man, there is no planet, sun, or star could hold you, but you knew what you are. Notice it doesn't use the word who you are. He uses the word what you are. And you are a unique, individualized expression of perfection. You are a unique, individualized expression of this thing that we call God, or this thing that we call life, or this thing that we call spirit, or this thing that we call the Atman presence, or this thing we call the quantum field of unlimited possibilities that we arise from. That is our true parentage. That's our true source. We arise from this pool, this cauldron of perfection. We pop out. And then all of a sudden we are not seen particularly that way. We're seen with less than perfection. We're seen as that, I like that he doesn't use the word you, because we might use that you, or the I am this, you are that. he's really talking about what you are, underneath the who you are. Because the who you are is somebody we've invented. I invented this persona in order to deal with effectively the conditions of my life, the conditions of my childhood, the conditions of of all of it. Depending on what those conditions are, all of a sudden now you have a personality, you have an identity that has more than likely nothing to do with who you really are or what you really are. You are really the embodiment of the divine. It's a big thing to accept. Do you understand? It's such a big thing to accept because there are 8 billion people on the planet. And when you look out there, right before Wheel of Fortune, there's a news show. And the last thing they do on that news show for the last 5 minutes is tell a feel-good story, tell a hero's story, tell a survivor's story, right? They do something which begins to point to the beauty in life, the cooperative experience of living together. Because 8 billion people, it's hard to grasp that. But when you look out, I don't even know, could you really imagine if at least a majority or even 51%, even 40% of all the people were in touch with their perfection and their wholeness, their magnificence, their right to be alive, knowing that whatever it is they decide to do is divine and therefore is good, what this world would look like. I bet we can catch Finland next year if we were to do that. But we have to start with small steps. So I thought we should take another little look at, so a little more closer look at you. So I love this. Today, you are you. Today, you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is more youer than you. Don't you love that? Yeah, so you are you. And sometimes we lose that connection. We lose the sense of I am me. You are you, and it is good that I am me and you are you. Self-esteem is a person's overall experience of worthiness. Self-esteem is a person's who has a sense of their own value, their own right to be here. So when we talk about a person's high self-esteem, we're talking about how they feel about themselves in relationship to the world. If we talk about a person with low self-esteem, we're talking about a person, how they are in their relationship with the world. Now, healthy self-esteem adds to happiness. It adds to your experience of contribution. It adds to your ability to raise your voice and speak your voice. Now, as children, our parents are God to us. So whatever it was they say or said, we pretty much believed because there was no other voice we were listening to. And when you're young, when you're little, we hear whatever it is. I mean, fortunately, most of our parents said positive, affirming, self-esteem raising things, but not always. And even if they said something in jest or something not too seriously, as little people, we take that pretty seriously. So just as anything as simple as, oh, sweetie, you can't dance, gets translated into, I'm not a good dancer. So somehow I love the science of mind because it teaches us not what to think, but how to think. It teaches us that we can be conscious thinkers, that we're not just this monkey mind, everything's regurgitating, but that we actually can stop, pause, question what we know, question how we know it, and then choose to keep it or throw it. To keep it or to think something different. Most of us are quiet because most of us don't feel that we're as good as others, or that we're not as smart as others, or we don't have the right as others. Most of us, a lot of people have kind of a big deal with authority figures. So we don't raise our voice, right? We stay quiet. That we don't challenge. We don't risk being thought ill of. We don't risk being embarrassed. We don't risk being rejected very well. But the problem with that is that if we don't, you lose your authenticity. You lose your authentic voice. And you know what that is because you live with yourself. But to have that authentic voice and to not speak it is thwarts the flamboyancy and the bodaciousness of your spirit. Now, how can we deal with people? You know, because the world is full of others, and for the most part, everybody's in their own reality. Nobody's in your reality but you. Do you get that? Like you're over here thinking what you think, being what you be, knowing what you know, believing what you believe, and it's very unique. Nobody else exactly thinks that way or believes that. Everybody's in their own reality, really. Now, there is something wonderful about spiritual connection because you and I can transcend the reality of our humanness. I can look past your story, you can look past my story, and we all have one, and we can connect together with something way deeper, way more real, way more true. If I say to you, love is a truth between our souls, that is a true statement, whether I know you or don't know you. And we can meet each other and the world from that perspective. But now that's not always what happens because sometimes people they're critical or they're judgmental. So I love this quote by Zig Ziglar because he says, don't be distracted by criticism. The only taste of success some people have is when they take a bite out of you. So low self-esteem will tend to project low self-esteem on you and find fault. Find what's wrong. Go for the mistake. Rather than go for the good. Go for what lifts you. Go for the generosity of spirit. Dr. Barbara Waterhouse, who was up in Asheville, North Carolina, she's passed now, but she would say, if the universe gives you an opportunity to be generous, take it. Lean on the side of generosity. So if somebody's critical of you, you don't have to let it ruin your day, right? You don't have to do anything, really. You could just let it go. I like this because somebody last week in the small group on Wednesday said, I don't know this person. I don't know why. They just got in a relationship with me just to take a bite out of me. And I thought that was very funny. But I'm sure we've all had that experience, right? Where somebody just kind of kicks dirt in your face and you don't know why, right? But I love this one too. In fact, this is kind of I don't know. I like this a lot. Once you have been avoided by someone, never disturb them again. How many of you are chasing people who don't want to talk to you, right? How many of you are ruining the day that something happened and your best friend left and called you a name and has never been back since, right? Or how many of us, I'm going to tell you, it's so pervasive in our world. You could have, I don't know how many people are here, 50 maybe. You have 50 people, and you can have 49 who think your joke was really funny, and the 50th one just thinks it was the stupidest thing and we're insulted. And all my attention could go on that one person. Forget the rest, all to that one thing. So this played out for me in ministry. My first ever senior minister position was in North Carolina, and I met with the Unity minister in town, and I said, "What is your advice? Do you have advice for me?" And he said, "Yes, don't chase anyone." That was his advice. And over the 20 years of ministry, it's been very important advice, because people in a community like this will come and go. You know, and sometimes they go because they don't like me, but mostly they just come and go because that's the coming and going of their spirit, right? They stop by, get what they need to get, go someplace else. Or who knows? But how much energy can we spend chasing people? So in this unleashing confidence, and by the way, when we talk about this, I'm always talking about unleashing confidence with love. Sharing your truth with people with love. Being your authentic self with love. So being your authentic self does not mean kicking dirt in somebody's face. It doesn't mean you win and everyone else loses. Because that's off principle for us. It's not lawful. It's not spiritually sound. So we're always talking about, if you're part of the happiness survey and you can see why we might rank 24th in happiness, you might see where, for you, through self-reflection and contemplation, where you may not be living your flamboyant, bodacious, authentic self with power, poise, and confidence. You may be looking, another pervasive way this shows up is saying yes when you mean no and saying no when you mean yes, right? Committing to things you don't care about or not committing to things you do care about. So it's a very good goal to hold, that we want to study together and practice together and learn together to know who we are, what our values are, what we stand for, what we want, how we want to live our lives, and then commit to doing that in an authentically loving, confidence unleashed kind of way. And we do that because you will be happy if you do that. Your happiness level will rise no matter how happy or unhappy you are in the moment. So in Science of Mind, they offered us 3 very Science of Mind principles and ideas to help us to be more present in life, to show up in life. Now listen, don't you love, have you ever met people who exude aliveness? Exude aliveness. You're in their presence and you can feel their energy, you can feel their love, you hear their voice. We love people like that. But we hold it as that person's unique. There's something special over there. I promise you, there's nothing special over there. There's just a person who doesn't care what you think, who values themselves, who values their thoughts, who values their opinions, and wants to share them. Partly why we don't do that, all of us, is because we were raised that it was conceited, or who does he think he is, or something crazy, maybe even crazy. Sometimes maybe even that person is crazy. But the first principle is that life is a mirror and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it. So we cannot escape the truth that whatever we send out, we get back. Whatever we think into this responsive universe is reflected back to us. So it puts the responsibility for our happiness, our peace, our power, right where it belongs, which is not with me, which is not with your mother, which is not with, it's nobody's responsibility, right? It's right here. And what we have the power to do, not because we're so smart, I like to say we're not great because our ego is great. We are great because God is great. And if you are an individualized expression of God, then you are great by virtue of that and that alone. So there is no glorifying life, there's no glorifying beauty when we play small, or when we are invisible, or when we disappear. So life is a mirror. So if you don't like what's looking, if life is a mirror and you don't like what you're looking at, change. Change what you think. Change what you say. Change whatever. Change something. Right? If you don't change something, then nothing. It'll just be the same next year. So the second one, obviously we've been talking about this the whole time, that the power of God is within you. This is not news. Jesus said that kingdom of heaven is within you. The power of God is within you. That I think it's fantastical that we were given the gift of magic, really. That we have this tool that is the tool that makes things come to be. That nothing exists without somebody thinking. There's this chair didn't get here by itself. You didn't get here by yourself. Your situation didn't get there by itself. That everything that we touch, see, taste, feel, hear with our physical senses has been created, and we have those senses in order to experience. That's what being human is, that we create and then we experience what we created. But there are, we have other capacities which are not of the body for experiencing what's already been created. We have other capacities which allow us to create: imagination, creativity, free will, visioning, dreaming, longing, desiring. These are invisible things, invisible qualities that we cultivate, which actually then begins to create a world. So this already created world is the mirror. So this is what we've created. And when I say us, I mean 8 billion. Or we could even use a church community, that who we are today is what we've created up until today. And we're standing here going, well, this is great. This is so great. What do we want to create tomorrow? So we're moving into lots of visioning, lots of creative conversations to see who the Center for Spiritual Living in Cape Coral might want to be a year from now, or 10 years from now, or 100 years from now. But that's a microcosm of the macrocosm, so smaller idea of a larger picture, because I'm interested in the Center for Spiritual Living Cape Coral, and I'm also interested in the world. So the Buddha said, we are what we think. Whoops. We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world. All three of these ideas are exactly the same idea. So, in this quote with Howard Thurman, he says, don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is more people who have come alive. Dr. Michael Beckwith used to call it, I think when I first heard him do this, I was mildly offended, but I came to realize that he was talking about states of consciousness. He would say that the world is sleepwalking, unaware of their divinity, unaware of the possibility, unaware of the beauty and the glory and just the possibility of unfettered happiness, unfettered contentment, unfettered self-esteem, where we actually live in life joyfully and not like this. Have you ever been on a bus? It's like everybody's like this. Like, where radical wakefulness, to wake from sleep, is to come alive, to be filled with the Spirit. Now, some people would say, well, yeah, but you can't do that all the time. Can I ever just sit on the couch? Sure. Of course you can. You can do anything. You can do anything you want. This is a two-folded piece of paper. One side of the paper is your authenticity, your aliveness, your feeling happy, your physical health, emotional health, spiritual health, mental health, and all of that about increasing that for you. Because out of that can come everything you really want. And the other piece of paper is about the more of us that do that, the better and more alive this experience we call living is for not only for us, but for our children, our grandchildren, and their children for many years. You know, we're alive for 70 to 100 years or something like that, and this world is billions of years old. So we're just here for, like if this were like a little tiny mustard seed, that's how long we're here. And it should feel better than it feels for most people. So let's do one more time. Let's do this. And so now embracing that, what is that cartoon or something that has like a little eyes inside of something? I keep having this vision, but like the Spirit's inside of us peeking out. We want to, like let it out. We want to say, come on out. So let's say that today. Today, I confidently speak my truth and advocate for myself with power, poise, and confidence. Yes, today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is more you than you. And there's no one alive who's more than you and more wonderful than the you that you are. You are amazing beings. Thank you for being that. So let us anchor this in prayer. I would just invite you to call up any idea of where you might be not being yourself with power, poise, and confidence, any relationship that needs your presence more fully, authentically, your voice, your workplace, anywhere where you feel less than, where your self-esteem could use a boost. I want you to release anything anyone has ever said to you that would make you think you're less than beautiful. Because they're just full of crap. They have no idea who you are, right? That because you are, and I am, the very presence of the divine, right here and right now, always have been, always will be, and always, then, now, and always. And so take all that and close your eyes, if you're comfortable. And feel for a moment the blood coursing through your veins, life coursing through your body. You are alive. And this life, we didn't put it there. I mean, this life is living us, it's breathing us, it's beating our hearts. It's your source of fulfillment. God is your source. This power, this presence, this infinite something that is to us like water is to the fish. We live, we move, and we have our being in perfection. And this perfection that we call God lives and moves and has its beingness in and through our individual lives. And so I know that this is true for each and every one of us, that there is no spot where God is not, that it is the center and the circumference, the alpha and the omega. It's all that there is. There's nothing not it. And any not it is purely an illusion. It's an idea of separation. And so in this wholeness, in this togetherness, in this deep connection between my soul and your soul, between your soul and everyone else's souls, that we are one. And it's from that place of connection, that place of oneness and community, that I just speak this word for and about you, for and about this community, simply knowing that the world is waiting for our bodaciousness. The world is waiting for our enthusiasm, for our flamboyant nature. Whatever that looks like for each and every one of us, it will be different because we are unique and individualized expressions. Some of us are loud, some of us are quiet, some of us are excited, some of us are serene, some of us love to dance, some of us love to read, but all of it is part of a tapestry of divinity that is incomplete without us. And so what I claim and proclaim for each person is we say yes to ourselves first. We say yes to our happiness, yes to our fulfillment. We say no when we need to say no. We find our sacred yes and our sacred no. And we move into life knowing that our doing that is created an advocacy not just for ourselves, but for other people as well. We need to speak our voice. We need to raise our voices. And so I'm grateful. I'm grateful to know that there is a way out of mediocrity. There is a way out of following the crowd. There is a way out of doing what's always been done. There is a way out of the repetitive nature of life, the hamster wheel we live on. And the way out is to turn within to the power and the presence within us. And so I simply just release this word knowing that it's a conscious seed planting into the actions of the divine, the law of life, knowing that something has shifted today. Something has shifted in consciousness today for us as individuals and us as a community. And we just simply allow it, we let it, we make room for it. We welcome it. And so for our generosity of spirit, our kind and loving words and actions, for everything that makes it worthwhile, we do give thanks. And we let this be together by saying, and so it is, amen. Thank you, community. So now is the time for our offering. So this is a time of conscious giving for us. It's a time for being good stewards and stakeholders of the community, because obviously nothing exists here without our consciousness and without our bodies, without our time, our treasure, all of it. And so I know it's my good pleasure to support this with my life, and I know it's your good pleasure to support this with yours as well. So you can give in many ways, obviously text to give through PayPal. There's a donate button on our website. You can mail a check. And you can take your offering right now if it's here in the room with you. Hold it to your heart. It's just simply appreciating the joy and the privilege of giving in this way. We write checks all day long for things we don't want to write checks for. Let us give this with joy and say together, today I know the activity of divine abundance is at work in my life and the life of this center. I give and receive generously as I live in the flow of bountiful good. Thank you, community. Thank you, ushers.
Standing as one in the presence of the power, standing where others have stood. Gladly we
So join me as we bless the gifts given on this day, empowering them with God's love, with God's intelligence and wisdom, knowing that these offerings are lifted and work towards lifting the center and expanding the good spread throughout our local and global community. Who knew $1 could do so much good? And so it is. So I'd like to invite Linda up. She's going to share a little bit about the Healing Circle today.
Hey, everybody. So how many people made it to the last Healing Circle? Wasn't it awesome? Well, we're having another one today. So for those of you who haven't had the pleasure of coming to the Healing Circle, and just allowing yourself to just be empowered by the energy that we share with each other, because we are very powerful beings, as we've been listening to Reverend Denise share with us. And we know all this stuff very intellectually here, but the invitation is to step in and to be it and to know it and to embody it. And when you do that, it outpictures as health and vitality and healing and truth revealing throughout the whole body system. So we hope that you join us. It will start at 12:30. So the service, as we leave today, we are going to need to situate our circle. So we ask you if you could exit out to the lobby where you're going to be voting, actually, for our amazing Reverend Denise. And as being our senior minister here, I think that's out in the bookstore. They have a little table there. And for any of those of you who are staying, we also have, we'll have some snacks out there to help sustain you. It's going to be an hour, the circle. And any proceeds that you would like to donate will go to the butterfly garden for our lovely butterfly, Karen Gidley, that has gone to her butterfly garden. So I think that's about it. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. Hope to see you there. Happy Sunday.
All right. So first time, is there anybody with us today for the very first time? So we can just acknowledge you and welcome you. You don't have to do anything weird. I just want to make sure if you're here, you got a packet. All right. So, I think that's it. Let's stand for our, yes?
I'm sorry, could we have a show of hands with how many are going to stay in out of the rain and come to the circle? So we can sit out there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you, Donna, for catching that. So, yes? Are we ready? All right, let's stand, connect with each other, and sing our closing chant. If you want prayer after service, please step up to the front, otherwise go out.
Get
Ready, my soul. I'm diving in, get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul.
One more time.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in, sing it out. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. So we move forward from this day, accepting and experience the deepest kind of love, the sweetest kind of life, and we do it with elegance, grace, ease, power, poise, and confidence. And so it is.